Come down in a straight line to the moon. Come down to Dwadasangam. Come down and reside at Duriam. Spread the meditated energy throughout the body and soul. May it purify each and every cell in the body. May it purify our soul. Sankalpa. By the grace of the divine bliss, we shall all live in good health, long life, enough wealth, peace, prosperity, fame, and wisdom. By the grace of the divine bliss, we shall live in good health, long life, enough wealth, peace, prosperity, fame, and wisdom. By the grace of the divine bliss, we shall all live in good health, long life, enough wealth, peace, prosperity, fame, and wisdom. Blessings to life partner. Blessings to children one by one. Blessings to brothers and sisters. Blessings to close relatives and friends. Blessings to those who help us in our daily duties, bosses, subordinates, clients, customers, colleagues, investors, associates, and fellow meditators. Bless even those who think they are our enemies and miscreants, if any, that they too must change their heart and live in peace, prosperity, and harmony. Vedatriyam propounded by our Guru Sri Vedatri Maharishi. Be blessed by the divine, be blessed by the divine, be blessed by the divine. The World Community Service Center, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. The Temple of Consciousness at RDR, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. All the meditation centers and the trusts around the world, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. We shall not hurt anyone in body, mind, or soul. We shall help those who are hurt. We shall not hurt anyone in body, mind, or soul. We shall help those who are hurt. We shall not hurt anyone in body, mind, or soul. We shall help those who are hurt. May the whole world live in peace, prosperity, and harmony. World Prayer. May the leaders of every nation intuitively attain divine realizations. The boundaries of all nations guarded by a force common to every country. May all men live without rancor or fear, working for a living, all wars disappear. May the people all over the world find lasting peace which fills their mind. Rain blessing. May there be rainfall in adequate strength so that lakes, ponds, wells, and rivers are filled to the brim. May people live in prosperity through ennoblement of character. May there be rainfall in adequate strength so that lakes, ponds, wells, and rivers are filled to the brim. May people live in prosperity through ennoblement of character. May there be rainfall in adequate strength so that lakes, ponds, wells, and rivers are filled to the brim. May people live in prosperity through ennoblement of character. May peace prevail within us. May peace prevail around us. May peace prevail all over the world. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Rub your palms gently together, place them over your eyes, and then gently wipe the face with the palms. Raise the hands over your head. Take a gentle, deep breath and release it. Bring the hands down sideways. Open your eyes gently and look at your palms and bless your Guru and bless all the people who are meditating along with you. Be blessed by the Divine.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. Today, the May 30th, Saturday evening, it's our pleasure to welcome all to the online satsang in English organized by World Community Service Center IT team. We have Sky's Senior Professor C. Satyamurthy with us to enlighten us with the answer to the question, why do we need Guru? Professor C. Satyamurthy has rich experience in the professional field. He was with Department of Space, Government of India, under Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, ex-president of the country. He had worked with various corporates like L&T, Fab Machines, etc. Professor is with Sky Yoga System since 1989, serving for last 32 years for the Sky Yoga. And he did his divine services all across the world, not just limited to Bangalore or India, but several countries in the world. Professor is one of the very powerful orator, engaging all audiences with his eloquent speech. His program on stress management and improve quality of life are quite popular amongst public. Even corporates, Sky aspirants, all are looking forward ever for his motivating speeches. At present, he is nurturing a residential training institute called VETRI, Vedatri Educational Training and Research Institute at Hosur, affiliated to World Community Service Center. He is also managing trustee of Bangalore Malleshwaram Sky Trust. Now, let's get ready to listen to the divine speech. Why do we need Guru? Be blessed by the divine. Over to you, sir. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Be blessed by the divine. Are you able to see the screen properly?
Yes, sir.
Is the screen moving?
Yep.
Okay. Now the audio is okay?
Very clear, sir.
Thank you very much. I take. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. My pranams, those who are instrumental in bringing this Zoom to spread the messages, Swamiji, and those who are tirelessly working to spread the message of Swamiji throughout the world, and those who are connected today through Zoom, and those who are going to get connected. Once again, my pranams to you and your parents, those who are instrumental to you or propelled their unfulfilled desire through you, and you are all to be here. So once again, my pranams to your parents too. So now I'm going to share my knowledge and experience, what I've learned from the Guru. In that, many times, many used to ask, why do you need a Guru? So for that, I chose this topic today. So what is a Guru? What is the literal meaning of a Guru? The word Guru is a teacher, generally used for a spiritual teacher. The Guru the word guru made up of two syllables or two words, gu and dru. Gu means the darkness of ignorance. Ru means the one who dispels, the one who helps us to eliminate, the one who helps us to get rid of, the one who helps us to make disappear. So the one who helps or one who dispels the ignorance is Guru. The spiritual Guru. The spiritual Guru is the one who removes the basic ignorance of the true self. So then, who is Guru? Knowing something, reading books, and in many ways listening to something. Something is better than nothing, no doubt. But know the knower, and you will get everything. Catch hold of the fellow who knows everything, and you will get what you want in life. The basic or the purpose of life. As the Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. Everything else will be added unto thee. That means just grab the main root of the tree and you will get the whole tree. Or you get the main person who has already realized and the one who can help you to realize the purpose of life. So the basic ignorance of our own self. Know the self and you will know what is to be known. So the one who helps you in removing the self-ignorance is called Guru. And sometimes people will ask, what is the true self? True self in the very simple meaning is the moral self. That's all. And the next question is Guru necessary? See, now when we want to see our friends on a holiday, go to cities like Bangalore, Chennai, Bombay, wherever you are, you might have some landmarks to reach his home on. But all the landmarks, in every 6 months, it will change. So when you want to go to his place, you need a map or you need a GPS. Even both are not working, you'll have to stop your car and you ask somebody else, is it the right place? What is the street? Is it the right location? You show the address and ask him. So to reach a place, you need somebody's help. A map, a GPS, or a person. To understand, to learn something, you need somebody's help in your work, in your life, wherever you are. See, in a workplace, to operate a machine, or you just buy a washing machine or a TV, they provide you an operator's manual. Without the operator's manual, you don't know the first step to the last step. They might have put some stickers. Without removing the sticker, if you operate, the printer will go. So to operate a machine, you need an operator's manual. When you enter in this world as a baby, the mother acted as a guru, gave you everything to walk, to sleep, to have the warmth, everything the mother gave you. So mother acted as a guru. With the help of mother, we learned many things. She introduces you to father, siblings, and others. Is it not? So the scriptures say there are 4 gurus: Mata, Pita, Guru and God. But today, whenever I happen to be in a classroom, they, whatever we say, statistical data or something, they immediately refer to the Google, and they will say, yes, it's right. The one which is telling is there in the Google, he's right. So now I'll add one more dimension to it. Mata, Pita, Guru, Google, and God. Whatever you need, you just go to Google and you get it within fraction of a second. It is downloaded. Just for a joke. So the Mata takes you to identify the Pita, the father with his earnings and his knowledge. He takes you to a Guru, the right Guru, and the Guru gives his knowledge. And finally, the Guru takes you to God. So why all these problems then? We are incomplete. Our minds, bodies, and senses are confused. Every now and then, the desire to buy something, the advertisements, and all these things bombarding us. We are unable to choose what we want in our life. The influence of the family, influence of the society. There are so many ways in front of us, and we don't know which one to follow. That is the problem today. Even when you want to just cross a road, you need a traffic light to follow a traffic light or a policeman to say, go this way, stop, slow down, now proceed. The road closed, the repair work. Is it not? So when we are prospering in our life, and sometimes we say, maybe our intelligence in maths, so we say, hey, where did you learn all these things? Then so I had a good maths teacher. From him I learned this. So we tell him he's a maths guru. If he learn cooking, somebody will say the cooking guru, a driving guru, a swimming guru. They're all gurus, no doubt, but they are all worldly gurus. With that knowledge will help you in live and lead a peaceful life, but not a blissful life. But to understand the subtle things in life, we need a spiritual guru. Let me repeat. To understand the subtle things in life, we need a spiritual guru. See, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa helped his disciple by teaching the way of enlightenment. One of his disciples is Swami Vivekananda, and became awakened. He followed his guru and teachings. He has achieved enlightenment. The same way, Paramahamsa Yogananda. No, he says, a blind cannot lead a blind. Only a master, one who knows God, one who realized, may rightly teach others about him. The same way, Swami Sivananda Maharaj, and the man who's standing is Sachidananda Maharaj, Swami Sachidananda from Coimbatore. So he has 4 disciples, Chinmayananda, Dayananda, and one more man from North. So he has got 4 big disciples. They established Divine Life Society all over the world. And Swami Sachidananda says he's established a very big thing in US. And he says books, YouTubes, Facebooks, etc., can help you to understand your level of understanding, your basic education, you are born and brought up, all these things, that is your level of understanding. With that level of understanding, only the books, YouTubes, and Facebooks will help. So the entire responsibility lies on your hands. You are responsible for your fall. You can understand or misunderstand the scriptures or from the YouTubes. See, in this context, I want to tell you, many times generally in all our centers, people come, sir, I have some headache, I have some block in the energy. They talk. Then we ask him, who taught you? In which, where you learned your meditation? They said, no, sir, I learned through YouTube and Facebooks. So this is the problem today. Without a proper guru, today, all that confusions in the spiritual world, understanding and misunderstanding because of this technology. But Guru will not allow you to misunderstand. As and when you are misunderstood, he will guide you, which is right and which is wrong. A spiritual Guru will guide you what is to be done. Therefore, a spiritual teacher is necessary. Just give you another example. When you want to buy a diamond, an inanimate decided to buy a diamond, and then the jewelry owner will say, sir, who is going to wear this diamond? So-and-so person. So you please bring him his jatakam or whatever it is. Then he will say, is there any dosha in the diamond? That has to be identified by a person who has a wide knowledge about diamond and the doshas. So for an inanimate thing, you need a person with a knowledge. Now you see, a guru, the Atman, would like to get rid of the birth and death cycle. And he would like to moksha or salvation, reach Brahman, going back to the origin. So such a big task, only a spiritual guru can help. So now, why do you need a guru when books are there? Many people ask us in our day-to-day things. So here, the answer. A Shishya is asking Guru, I learned everything from the book. I got the enough knowledge. Now I have a doubt. Please answer my question. Guru keeps silence. Again, the Shishya asks, Guru, I have a doubt. I want you to clarify my doubt. Guru again keeps silence. The Shishya goes on asking him. Finally, after some time, the Guru says, why are you asking me? Go and ask the book. You got the knowledge from the book. Go and ask the book. I'm a human being. Can the book will reply your question? The Shishya, no, Guru. Then Guru says, books cannot take the place of the teacher, because when you read a book, you can learn from the book, but the book can never teach you, cannot answer your doubts. You should know the difference. So you need a spiritual guru. No, people say, sir, the technology give you the right knowledge. Impossible. Listening to discourses, recorded discourses through a hard disk, and the direct discourses from Guru or a television or through Zoom. All this technology is something like a book. They are all inanimate thing. So you need a guru, a living guru. Okay, we have understood you need a guru. How can I recognize him? What are the qualities of the guru? How can I recognize him? And what are the qualities of the guru? The qualities of the guru. Arjuna asks Krishna, what, O Krishna, is this description of him who has studied wisdom and is merged in the superconscious state? How does he speak? How does he sit? How does he walk? Guru is as Siddhaprajnam in Sanskrit, the one who realized self. Siddhaprajnam means the one who realized self. He always steady, never nervous, tranquil, and nothing can shake him at any point of time. 24/7 into 365 days, he maintains. His knowledge never fades, nor gets clouded over. He always tells the same thing, gives the right answer, whoever is approaching him, guides him in the proper way. So he is always light. Guru is always light. Siddhaprajnam means a man of study wisdom. Okay. A guru is also a man. A man is a man after all. He has got all those things, skin, bone, and things like that. There are 170 trillion cells. And all these circulations are going on. And what is there? If I look at the guru, he is weaker than me. What is that I'm going to learn from this guru? Is a body guru then? He whose mind is not perturbed by adversity, who does not crave for pleasure, who is free from attachment, fear and anger, is the sage of steady wisdom. Again, Sloka 57, he who is unattached everywhere, who is neither delighted at receiving good or dejected by evil, is poised in wisdom. When somebody says, hey, that is the guru, you do not mean the physical body or his intelligence. You mean the self. You mean the self. Now, the qualities of guru. Guru generally compared with an ocean, because ocean is totally contented. Guru is also a person totally contented. Guru is a person above wants, means he has no wants, never wants anything. Ocean is always keeps quiet and wants and never wants anything. Just see the ocean just simply keeps quiet. It never invites, hey, rivers, come and join me. The ocean never calls. Hey, Mississippi, hey, Ganges, hey, Kaveri, come, just join me. Never. All that mighty rivers start from the higher level. With a force, it runs towards the lower level and try to merge with the ocean. Ocean never wants it. All the rivers wants. When you don't want anything, you are contented with what you have, then everything comes to you. When everything starts coming, you develop ego. What will happen? Gradually, your ego might begin to swell up. Is it not? But in case of the sea, it does not happen. Even after everything comes to it, it knows its power and proper limit, it never swells up. It never shows its ego. So we learn two things from the ocean. One is totally contented, and number two, when it is contented, when everything comes, it never develops ego. It accepts all the rivers. Hey, I want to fall in to you. No problem. I am falling in love with you. No problem. So the sea accepts everything. The ocean accepts everything. So the qualities of Guru like ocean, contentment and never develop ego. The man of self-knowledge looks with equal vision on a spiritual person, with learning and humanity. A cow, an elephant, a dog, or an outcast. A guru will be totally impartial with a sinner or a saint. His eye is totally neutral, like the sun. Gurus see that equanimity in everywhere in nature, unshakable balance of mind is always maintained by a guru. Guru is beyond skin color, caste, religion, male, female, country, etc., etc. His teachings to all human beings, beyond religion and rituals. The Guru is like a flower. When you go near a rose plant, when the rose is blossomed, bloomed, it just spreads its fragrance throughout those who are around, good, bad, the ugly, a sinner, or whoever it is. It just gives its aroma, the color, and the beauty. So Guru is like a flower. Samadarshanam, an equal vision. So the qualities of Guru is an equal vision. Once again, the Guru, when a devotee comes with a basket full of fruits and a nice rose garland, or the same time another poor devotee comes with a lemon and a pepper garland or a leaf garland, Guru still smiles the same way. Guru will not worry about others' opinion or others' comments. His blessings for both rich and poor is the same. Nothing affects him. Pain or pleasure, praise or abuse, by both the communities, he is not bothered. So the qualities of Guru, when someone asks Guru, please show me the God to us, the Guru will say, I am not here to show God. Nobody can ever show God to you. The Guru helps to remove the curtain which veils you from your own divinity. Then you can see it. Know the knower, see the seer, hear the hearer. He helps you. You ask somebody, hey, I gave you the book 6 months back. Do you have it? You know what we'll say? I think I don't know. Who knows that you don't know? There are many questions like this. You ask somebody, have you slept well yesterday? Yes, I slept well. You don't know where your hand, legs, and things are. How do you know that you slept well? I slept well. The one, then the God within, the divinity within knows that you have slept well. So see the seer, know the knower. Then you can see it. This is what meant by Guru. The process through his teachings, his literatures and things, you gain knowledge. When you gain the knowledge, that flows through your 170 trillion cells. It flows throughout your body. Then the Guru just gives a touch. The Guru's just a gentle touch. You develop love and your regular practice. You develop love and compassion and you start serving others. This is the process the Guru Shishya works. What that Kathopanishad says, truth is beyond speech, cannot be communicated by words. But a Guru takes you beyond words. Only a living Guru can do it. Everybody would have experienced it. Therefore, a living Guru is a must in spiritual path. Books, gadgets, technology cannot. So just an example, nothing in this world can be compared to a Guru. Check an iron piece by an alchemy technique using mercury. The copper can be converted into a gold. A lead can be converted to a silver by the alchemy technique. Now, with the gold bar, please understand, with using this gold bar, can you make another gold bar? Or with this silver bar, can you make another silver bar? Impossible. So, then how to compare a Guru? See, when a Guru helps the Shishya to understand, helps him to realize God, he becomes a Jnani. Then he becomes the Guru. He helps someone to become a Jnani. Again, he becomes a Guru and he helps to gets liberated and he becomes a Guru. So again, the cycle continues. So Guru Shishya cycle continues. So the need for a Guru, love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. See, this is what everybody experienced. Having meditated on love and compassion in Turiyatit meditation, I forgot the difference between myself and others. So a need for Guru is very essential. So Guru and a spiritual experience, how it goes. A touch of Ramakrishna just gives his little experience to Vivekananda at the right time. He experienced, and Ramakrishna said, hey, it is also borrowed. Try to get the experience by yourself. So Vivekananda took many years to get that experience. Something like he gives an example. Somebody eating a candy. If you go and ask him, what is this? Can you give me a little piece of candy to taste it? Take it. He eats it. So nice. Where can I get it? Go, work, earn money, go to the shop and buy it. The same way, do not depend on my touch every time. Do not depend on my little experience, what I gave you every time. Now, you know, there is something beyond. Work it out yourself. Now, you know, there is something beyond. Work it out yourself. So there are 3 aids to realize the truth. The scriptures, the Guru, and your spiritual practice. With these 3 only, you can realize self. Now, some time back, my few slides back, a real Guru, a living Guru is required. Now, somebody will have a doubt. If the Guru is no more, the Guru in his physical absence, what will happen? Please understand, death means discarding the physical body only. The astral body still has all the impressions, qualities, character, knowledge, everything. So Guru will continue to guide, even in his physical absence, to his students from the astral level, from the astral world. So Guru-disciple relationship is based on the truth, the true self. Realization is the same. So the Guru-disciple relationship will continue forever. Please understand, the physical absence will never be a problem for a spiritual practitioner. The Guru in his physical absence, Guru is there in your own conscience, giving you from within. When I feel harmony in myself and among others, I feel Guru is here. When I do not pay any attention in my work to what I am doing, I feel I am not paying attention to the Guru, means it is teachings. I am not applying all that I learned. So I am missing Guru. Guru can see me within, over your shoulder, or in your feet, or in the heart, or in the sky, or in the moon or sun, or in harmony. Guru is just great. When somebody, an artist, completes the whole picture, finally he gives a touch to the eyes only, just a touch. The poster or the picture gets the life. So just like that, a Guru's gentle touch, just a touch, will open your eyes, gets into your life. Guru is like a sculptor. From a rough stone, he chisels out Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Macharya, all the unwanted things, and he makes you, and he just brings out the divinity within you. So Guru makes you a divine person. Guru brings out the hidden beauties of his Sishyas. Parents give us body to remain the bondage, you all know. But the Guru guides for salvation, the moksha. Continuous life cycle of birth and death. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Macharya, pride, anger. He takes us from this to moksha, or the salvation. So Guru is required. Now let's see, we all say the Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. See, this many times we see people are chanting. And you see Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, the 5th September, the days of a Guru. See, what is the meaning of this Guru Brahma sloka? Meaning of the Guru Brahma, Guru is true representative of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Brahma creates, Vishnu sustains the knowledge, and Shiva destroys the weed of ignorance. Guru is verily representative of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. He creates and sustains knowledge and destroys the weed of ignorance. I salute such a Guru. And let us understand, Guru does not want anything in return. Guru only shares and showers his grace without expecting anything in return from us. What we can offer him when we have achieved the ultimate, then Guru's desire is met. Oh, my Shishya is realized. So there is nothing more to achieve. So we cannot give him anything in return because he needs nothing. The Guru is an embodiment of wisdom, prajna. He not only teaches, he awakens. He is like an alarm clock. Keep an alarm who wakes us up from sleep. Now we come to the end of the Guru's message. May the Guru, the omnipresent Guru, who is everywhere, shine from all angles by your refinement. May the Guru express himself through your own purity, humility, charity, and generosity, so the whole world could enjoy peace through you. This is Guru's sincere wish and prayer to us. Now we will quickly go through some frequently asked questions. The Shishya is asking the Guru, what surprises you, Guru, about people? Guru says, when they suffer, they ask, why only me? Why not others? But when they prosper, they never ask me, why me? So that is what Guru's surprise. Shishya, one last question. Sometimes I feel my prayers are unanswered, not answered. The Guru says, there is no unanswered prayer. Keep the faith and drop your fear. Life is mystery to solve, not a problem to resolve. Trust me, life is wonderful if you know how to live. And another FAQ, the Guru in his physical absence. Please understand, Guru has sent you to me, and I shall never fail you. Even when I am gone, the physical body, drop the physical body, my help will always be given to a devotee all around the world. If they keep in tune, if you keep in tune with your Guru, he will guide you and help you in the right path. So Guru in the absence of the physical body, I shall always watching. The Guru is always watching over each one of us. And whenever a true devotee thinks of the Guru in silent depth of his soul, we will know that the Guru is near. Many times we all experienced, when we do our meditation very sincerely, or do our karma very sincerely, you feel that Guru is supporting us, guiding us. In Turyatit meditation, Swamiji himself says, catch hold of my hands, I will take you to the divinity. So, few more FAQs. Somebody will ask, what is the difference between a teacher and a Guru? Teacher explains the world and its nature to you. Guru explains yourself and nature to you. Guru gives knowledge and boosts your ego, but the Guru takes away your unwanted knowledge and punctures your ego. Teacher sharpens your mind, Guru opens your mind. Teacher reaches your mind, Guru touches our soul. Teacher will punish with your stick, and Guru will punish with compassion. You graduate from a teacher's knowledge, and with Guru you celebrate. Teacher instructs you, Guru constructs you, Teacher gives you knowledge. Guru makes you wise. Teacher takes responsibility of your growth. Guru makes you responsible for your growth. When the course is over, you are thankful to the teacher. When the discourse is over, you are grateful to the Guru. Teacher gives you things you do not have and require. Guru takes away things you have and do not require. Teacher helps you to get out of maze, but Guru destroys the maze. Clothes you and prepares you for the outer journey. Guru strips you and prepares you for the inner journey. You can always find a teacher, but Guru has to find you. Therefore, reverence to Guru. I salute the Guru and respect my Guru with full faith. I was, I am, and I will be always thankful to you till my last breath. Thank you so much. Let me repeat. I salute the Guru and respect my Guru with full faith. I was, I am, and I will be always thankful to you till my last breath. Thank you so much. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed. Go ahead.
Yeah, வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. From Paramahamsa Yogananda, Bhagavad Gita, you just reminded us the importance and value of Guru in all our rich tradition. सब धरती कागज करूं लिखनी सब बन राय सात समुद्र की मसी करूं गुरु गुण लिखा न जाए. Now the forum is open for discussion. Please click the raise hand button in your Zoom app to ask the question. While you prepare for your questions, we have very few announcements to make. Given the COVID concern now, please emphasize all your near and dears to learn and practice Kayakalpa Yoga. You can easily learn Kayakalpa Yoga from your home by visiting the website kayakalpayoga.edu.in or by downloading the Android application Kayakalpa Yoga by WCCIT team. Our monthly journal Anbuli is also available in the Android app now. You can download anytime from the Google Play Store. Get access to the premium contents of Swamiji speeches at a very nominal subscription. Connect with us at Facebook and YouTube on Sky Yoga TV to listen to all past speeches of our beloved professors. Karma Yoga principles of Vedatriyam suggest to donate at least 1% of your income to the good cause of the society. Be generous, make it. This is not expenditure, rather it is investment. You get more than what you give. It's a good karma. We invite you to donate to World Community Service Center either through Anboli app or through our official website, vedatri.edu.in. Even you will get Section 80G exemptions on this donation. At this time, we take the opportunity to thank the donors who paid donations yesterday. Sri Venkat, Brindaji, Pradeep, Kavita Saravanan, Araghar, Panneer, Ranilijesh. Thank you all once again. Now we can go ahead with the question and answer session. Please introduce yourself with your name and place. We request you to state your question directly. Please raise your hand. We can accordingly unmute your mic and then put to the questions. Yeah, first question is from B. Yamuna. We are unmuting you, ma'am. Please go ahead with your question.
Be blessed, sir.
Yes, madam.
I am Yamuna from Arcot, sir.
Arcot, tell me, ma'am.
The explanation is very good and very nice, sir.
Yeah.
You told about what is the difference between the teaching and learning.
The Guru.
That point is very nice, sir. Teaching is something different from learning.
Yeah.
And that point I admired more. And as well as what is the difference between the teacher and the Guru also you explained very nice, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for very much for your presentable thoughts about Guru, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And one more question I want to ask you, sir, please.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes,
go
ma'am,
ahead.
please. Yeah.
Okay, sir. If we want to be very strong to following our Guru, means what is the technique to handle, sir?
There are 24 hours in a day.
Okay, sir.
When you are connected to the Guru all the time,
Okay, sir.
I
Okay,
would
sir.
like to give you an example. When a great a musician was asked in an TV interview, how do you just any moment you called, you just give a beautiful vocal singing? Then she says, one in my mind, one ray of thought of music continue to run. The same way, if you want to be successful and get connected to the Guru, all the 24/7 into 365 days, the teachings of Guru should run in your mind throughout. Then you are getting connected. You never go out of path. Guru will guide you, take you to the right path. Okay? Think of Guru. You only meditate for half an hour in the morning and evening, and the rest 23 hours, do whatever you want. Impossible. So you must always get connected to the Guru. Dhyan karna nahi, dhyan mein rakhna hai. So that way you must get connect to the Guru all the time. Then Guru will guide you and help you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Next, we are unmuting Janaki. Please go ahead with your question, ma'am.
It's a very good evening, sir. The speech was very wonderful. We admired a lot. What's my question is, now we can find more teachers than gurus. What I think is, gurus are also become as teachers. What's your opinion is about that?
If you are not realized self, you are a teacher only. You are not a Guru. That's what I said. A man who realized self, a spiritual Guru, is the one removes the ignorance of true self. Unless he has realized, he cannot become a Guru. So today, as you studied, most of them in this world, they learn something, they come to the spiritual classroom. I understand your problem. So they just tell something. It is something like a parrot. Whatever learned, it just vomits. It don't have a real experience. You're right. So today, the gurus, they say gurus, but they only teachers. They don't have the experience of self, true experience of self. Okay, madam?
Thank you. Next, we are unmuting Srini. Please go ahead with your question, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Good evening, sir. Yeah, good evening, sir. I have sent you an email also. I attended one of your Tamil speech, and
Okay.
thanks for your PPT earlier.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't attend this session. Just now I joining from UK, so I couldn't connect the timings
So
properly.
tomorrow they will upload the thing. You can watch it.
It's
Sure,
yeah, it's available in YouTube as well, sir. You can start looking at it.
Definitely.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
sir.
Do you have any questions now?
Yes, definitely.
Please.
I have
Yeah.
a couple of questions. While I'm recently learning all the Sky Yoga related things from online,
Okay.
whereas I sincerely follow Shirdi Sai Baba also. So I can have two gurus at the same time, right? I believe both the gurus are helping me. But
Okay.
is
If
it?
both are teaching Advaita is fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
both are almost whatever Shirdi Sai Baba is telling, and the same Vedanta Maharishi also has said. I could see that both the teachings are same at one point of time. So I don't know if I need to get proper guru and do meditations. Please let me know your thoughts, sir.
Sure. On the screen, My number and details are there. Your World Community Service Center, wherever you are placed, there are a lot of centers are there. You can go to the center and learn.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Srini. Next, Mr. Sheshachalam from Coimbatore. Sir, we are unmuting you. Please go ahead with your question.
Sir, good evening. This is Sheshachalam from Coimbatore.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Sir, excellent explanation you have given on Guru and Shishya.
Okay.
One thing you are telling about, finally, we can travel with Guru all the 24/7 and 365 days.
Yes.
And you also said we can hold Swamiji's hand for any reason. He will come with us and bless us.
Yes.
But there are some reasons that one way or other we may have to live without Guru also for some time.
So that time you are disconnected.
Not like that.
Unplugged or disconnected. When you do something wrong, you are disconnected. That's all. If you want to, if you understand the purpose of life, nobody will do bad things.
No, I'm not saying like that, but I'm only guessing and telling like that.
Yeah, that's what I understand. You know, if you are a businessman, whenever you do a business, you'll have to undergo many things. So in that time, how do you react? With Guru, you cannot do something wrong.
Yeah.
So, I understand. You know, that time you should take a right decision. I just give you an example in my life.
Yeah.
When I was doing the window regulators to Maruti car, somebody came to me with sheet metal components only, window regulators to Maruti car. See, that time one gentleman came and he gave me some components, sheet metal components. Sir, can you make this? I said, yes, I can do it. When I do this window regulator this is also sheet metal components, I can do it. Can you give me a quotation? Yes, I can give you a quote. Then I asked him finally, where these components are going in a car. He said it is going on the smoking lamp. See, when you just light it, a cigarette lighter. Then I said, I'm sorry, I don't want to do it. Then he asked me, why, sir? I don't want things which are harmful to any human beings. I stopped it. Take whenever and wherever possible, don't go on the wrong path. If you take a wrong path, then you disconnect Guru. Take a right path, Guru is always guide you. You will never fail in your business. This is what my experience.
Thank you, sir. Sir, couple of questions more. I hope you have time and to consider this.
No problem.
Okay.
45 minutes I completed.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Now the next question is from Mr. Swami RP. Please go ahead, sir. Mr. Swami, you have to unmute your mic. We have unmuted from our end. No response. Sir, we are moving to next. K. Jaykumari.
Hello.
Yeah, he has come back. Yeah, please.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Mr. Swami, please go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, I have one question. Today's it was very fantastic actually, and I want to have one question actually.
Yeah.
What is this difference? Conscious mind, subconscious mind, superconscious mind.
Yeah.
But Swamiji told earlier lot of books, and present is lot of books are there regarding about the subconscious mind.
Okay.
How to utilize it for our own business self and all. Just you can briefly tell me, sir. Thank you.
Very simple. You take a cylinder-like thing. Assume a cylinder. The bottom of the cylinder is superconscious state. And the middle layer, where the water level or something is there, the middle layer where all the dusts and the paste or oil, grease, everything is floating in the top of the liquid and the water, that is your subconscious mind. And above that is conscious mind. So superconscious is God. Subconscious mind is all our impurities. Conscious mind is what we are. So always the God wants us to purify our impurities. Life is a journey of purification. journey of consciousness towards the absolute truth. So now the super conscious state, it just taps the floating body. All our imprints and karmas are just coming up one by one. With when you are aware or not, the problems will crop up. Then with your conscious mind, with the help of the Guru, all his tools and techniques, you can purify it. If you don't know the tools and techniques, you will suffer. The super conscious state, the God wants you to get purified. It's very simple. If you understand this, then all that problems arises, the accident or incident arises in your life, you will accept it totally, and the Guru gives you all the tools and techniques to purify, and you are liberated from the bondage of your karma. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Walter Valamudan. Next question from K. Jayakumari. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Sir, Valga Valamudan, sir.
Valga Valamudan.
Sir, I am A. Darshak from Hosur, sir.
From?
Hosur, sir.
Hosur, yeah. Tell me, man.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, a general question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, of GPS, sir, when we have a mobile phone, sir,
Yeah.
we are connecting with the cars or bike GPS, sir.
GPS, yes.
Then when a charger was very dead or very low, sir,
Okay.
at a time when what we can do, sir?
You are disconnecting God. You're disconnecting with the server there. Please understand, a GPS and a Guru or God is one and the same. With your GPS, you switch it on, you guide, you put it, then it will say on the third left, take a right. If you take a left, again, the GPS will never get angry. 10 times or 100 times, if you make a mistake purposely, the GPS will say, hold on, recalculating and rerouting, I will give you. Now take a right turn, go 100 meters, take a left turn and gives. So a GPS, God or Guru are one and the same. They never get angry. Any number of times you do a mistake, they will guide you. If your GPS is off, your battery is weak, you are disconnected from the server. Okay, madam.
Thank you, sir. Walter Valamudan. Now, someone raised Nokia 6.1. Kindly identify yourself, your name and location, and then go ahead with your question. Yeah, please go ahead. Sorry, no response. We are moving for next final question of the session. Uma Maheshwari, please go ahead, ma'am. Uma Maheshwari, we have unmuted you. You have to unmute at your end and then ask the question.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, here.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Satyamurthy, sir, Valga Valamudan. Sir, I am from Tiruvannamalai. Actually, Uma Maheshwari husband, sir.
Oh, Valga.
Actually, sir, in between I joined, sir. Actually, my wife said, "Oh, Satya sir is talking." Maybe suddenly we joined it.
Okay.
Really, thanks, sir. Again, we are hearing. After your speech, only I stopped eating non-veg, sir. Now I'm really happy to hear your things. Definitely, you can change many people's life. I absolutely agree, and I really thanks to ma'am also, sir. Sir, I have only one question now because definitely it's very difficult to connect all this Guru at the moment. Can it and need basis I am connecting with the Guru, sir. Maybe can you give some tips how I can connect all this? Because in between only I joined this, sir. But
Okay.
need basis only for even exercise, yoga things also. I'm just doing need basis,
See,
but not. Yeah.
a Guru is required. What is the purpose of life? To realize self. To realize self, all your activities should be connected to a Guru. The right way or the right knowledge will only help you to realize self. So, as time and when you just switch it on and off, you will get only that much amount of knowledge, the guidance from Guru. See, something like this, a teacher is doing, a maths teacher is doing a maths on the board. The teacher gives the same explanation to all the 30 students in the classroom. The one who gets 100 marks, he is always with the teacher. No disconnection. His concentration is with the teacher. He gets 100 marks. Everything gets imprinted in his brain cell, and he takes back. Whenever he puts on a piece of paper, it just gets. A person with 90% with the Guru, he gets 90% marks. A person with 30% with the Guru, with the teacher in the classroom, distracted in various ways, he gets only 30 marks. So if you want to get, or if the purpose to achieve the goal of life, the purpose of life, you'll have to be connected with Guru all the time. Follow his teachings. Connect with the Guru is follow his teachings. That's all. Be blessed by the divine.
Be blessed by the divine. Thank you, sir. Now the last question of the session, Jay Prakash Yan. Please go ahead, sir.
Hello, Valgodam. I'm Jay Prakash speaking.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm following Vedadri Mahashi's all the teachings and the principles and all. But recently, I got influenced with one more. That's Bhakti Marga. That is Satsang from Guru Kripalu Maharaj.
Okay.
So it is they're mainly teaching about this Bhakti, is Krishna's concept and all, with like all related to songs and satsang and some concepts and all. So sometimes I get influenced with this. Whether it is okay to follow this or whether I have some doubt about this.
See, there are 4 yogas. To begin with is Bhakti Yoga. Every human being, from an infant, they start Bhakti Yoga. Then they graduate to Karma Yoga. Then they graduate to Jnana. They graduate to Jnana Yoga. So Bhakti Yoga disciplines one's life. Thereby, a disciplined life will lead you to Karma Yoga. When you do your Karma Yoga, you will get doubts, many doubts. To do eating 3 idlis, it gets digested. For the taste and things, if you take 6 idlis, that becomes a pain. So karma remains same, but gives different results. So while doing Karma Yoga, you get some doubt. See there, the Patanjali comes. Ashtanga Yoga. Hatha Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga, the 8-fold path. You learn Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharane, Dhyana, Samadhi. And finally, you go to Jnana Marga, Jnana Yoga. So now what you do, if you want to go back to Bhakti Yoga, it is something like, I just tell you a story to understand you better. When a child, a young infant, when it grows at 6 years, up to 6 years, he takes something like a wooden toy, or today some kind of a new toys, or a teddy bear. Always that child holds a teddy bear while taking bath, while eating, while sleeping. Teddy bear. The child thinks that the teddy bear has life and is a part of his life. When it grows up to 10 years, no, it is no life. I'm sorry, I don't want. The same kid, after 10 years, at level of maturity, the child says, no, I don't more, no more I will use it. Keep this teddy bear and keep it in the glass showcase. Now she moves on to a higher level. Then after some time, a child comes to the house. Oh, auntie, I like that teddy bear. Can you give me? Please take it. It is no more useful to me. He gives it back. Then the child uses. Please understand, it is something like this. Bhakti Yoga disciplines one's life. So you are going back to the childhood days. I don't think so it is right. When you come to a Jnana Marga, it is the highest level. Jnana Yoga. it is going to be a contradictory in your life and career. This is what my view. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. The questions are keep coming in, but we have to end the session. Thank you again once for giving nice explanation of the Guru, and once again for sharing valuable thoughts this evening.
Yeah.
All participants would request, please come to Turiya State to thank the professor. Our senior Sky Professor Satyamurthy sir, be blessed by the divine. His good health, be blessed by the divine. His loving family, be blessed by the divine. His divine services, be blessed by the divine. May the Almighty shower you and your family with good health, long life, enough wealth, peace, prosperity, and wisdom. We are happy to bring online programs live from Alia Temple of Consciousness tomorrow, Sunday, 31st May 2020. Morning 6 a.m. exercise in Tamil, 7 a.m. 9 center meditation in Tamil, 7:30 a.m. 9 center meditation in English. 11 o'clock in the morning, we have a speech. Tomorrow it's a debate session, Tamil Pattimandram headed by Sky Professor Veerappan. Evening 6 p.m. we have Turyadita meditation in Tamil. Evening 7:30 p.m. we have Turyadita meditation in Kannada. Yes, you heard it right. It is Kannada. 7:55 p.m. we have speech in Kannada by Professor Vijaya Nagaraj, Bengaluru, Muttu Mauna Bangara. This is our novel attempt to reach all language aspirants. To start with Kannada language, please share it with all your friends who know Kannada. Support this initiative. Please also reach out to us to share your feedback for improvement of this session. We thank our beloved President Padma Shri S.K. Mailanandan for his leadership and guidance. See you all tomorrow. This is Naresh from Aliyar World Community Service Center ITT. Be blessed by the divine. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Good night.